Hey guys, and welcome back. So sorry that we've been slacking in the video department. We definitely needed to give an update on Mr. Kreacher here. If you follow us on Facebook, you'll know he's had quite the dilemmas with the tumor that was on his leg. We had noticed probably 2 months ago that he'd grown a tumor on his leg. We didn't know it was a tumor at the time, but he had a little bump that actually grew really fast. And we took him to the vet. They started him on antibiotics first, hoping that it would get rid of whatever the bump was. And when that didn't work, he had to have surgery. So the surgery removed the bump, and we had the bump tested, and it was not cancerous. So it ended up healing, and everything was fine. And he was been on antibiotics for a long time, and got to wear the cone of shame for a long time. But about a month after that, he started growing another bump on the same leg. Basically the same spot, maybe a little further over. So we took him back to the vets, and it was a little different than the first bump. So they thought it was maybe fluid in the leg that happened because of the other surgery. So they tried him on antibiotics again, and when that didn't work, he had to have a second surgery. And during this surgery, unfortunately, we got the phone call that the tumor did come back a second time. And this time, the tumor had actually wrapped around the tendons in his leg. So the vet felt it was necessary to keep the tumor from spreading to important parts of the body, like the organs and stuff, that it would be best to remove his leg. So he did unfortunately lose his leg. But don't be sad for him, because you can tell he can still get around very well. But he does only have 3 legs now. So I am going to show you that. It has been a while now. It's been 2 weeks since he's had the last of his stitches removed. It did look a little more gruesome back then, but now that he has fur growing, it does look a lot better. So we can get a little close up of where his leg was. So, oh, he's trying to get down. You want to get down, buddy? Oh, there he goes. Oh, where are you going? Now, as you can see, he can still get around very, very well. Hi, buddy. Hey, buddy. I was very worried. The vet actually called my husband. I was at work, but they called him. So they called Fred, and he ended up calling me right away and letting me know on what they were going to have to do, and made sure that we were both okay with the decision. It was obviously going to be best for him. That's what the vet had said. So I was very sad at first. I was very worried about him because that's all I really cared about. So I was basically just worried about him and his quality of life. And I was very worried that he wasn't going to be able to get around. And so I did a lot of research and actually found a lot of videos of 3-legged ferrets. Sadly, tumors happen a lot apparently in ferrets. So, oh, where are you going? So as you can see, this has not affected him really at all. I think he was mainly depressed for a while because he did have to stay in his little hospital cage separate from the rest of the ferrets. So, yeah, he does slip every once in a while. But he did have to stay separated for this long 2 months. And he did have to wear the little baby cone of shame. So I know that was very horrible. And he did not like any of the medicines. He did actually have to go back for a 3rd surgery after having the leg removed, because it did get a little infected. So they ended up having to open the stitches and drain the pus that was in there. And then he had to have a little drain in there so that way the pus could come out on its own. That was a little rough for him because he really could not move in the cage while he had the drain in. So if you have a ferret, you know trying to keep them from moving is not very easy. So we had to make sure the cage was very small with not really anywhere for him to go, because we didn't want him knocking the drain out. Hey, you want the ball? Where are you going? Where are you going, buddy? But don't be sad for him, because as you can tell, he can get around. He slips every once in a while. He gets around okay outside. Oh, he likes being in the basket. You gonna go in there? Definitely don't be sad for little guy. As you can see, he can get around okay. We've taken him outside. He's played outside. He hops around. He's been able to go back with his brothers, who are jealously watching, wondering why they're not outside. Hagrid, I see you. He's like, why can't I come out? This is your brother's video. So yeah, that is our update on Kreacher. Our now 3-legged ferret. So his hair should finish growing in. They had to shave quite a bit off. We were very fortunate that he got the last of his stitches out right before our big camping trip up north. So he was able to enjoy it with everyone else. So that's basically all I have to update on Mr. Kreacher right now. We are going to try to get back in the habit of recording more. I have some recordings of our camping trip from last week that I plan on getting up soon. That the boys were definitely there with us. It got rained out and stormed out a little bit, but we did try to make the best of it in between the storms. So if you'd like to get notifications of when those videos go up and the rest of our videos, please subscribe to our channel. And if you enjoyed our little video about Kreacher, definitely give us a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Oh, there's one of your brothers. Oh no. Oh, they're gonna play. Oh my goodness. It's wrestling time. Oh boy. Oh yeah, you can get him. You guys are crazy.